Hi, I'm John Alle. This is my building. This is my banner and the banner that was conceived by my colleagues. I'm the co-founder of the Santa Monica Coalition, although this banner is not part of the Santa Monica Coalition's agenda or our parent group, Safe Cities. It's a group of about 15 to 20 that do business in Santa Monica. This is my building. I have other buildings, residential, and I finance buildings down the street on the promenade as well. But a lot of people have come up to me and have misunderstood the meaning of this. Our other banners have had a message specific to Santa Monica. The misdeeds of our last city manager who resigned from public pressure due in part to our banner. The other one shaming Barbara Ferrer, former Mayor Glenn Davis, our supervisor Lindsay Horvath for backing the harm reduction in needle distribution. And this one is our latest. We'll be following up with others. And the reason we put this up is because Santa Monica is surrounded on three sides by LA. And LA, Tracy Park, CD11 is doing a pretty good job, but they need our help. They're not getting the help of our city council. We authorized and put up this banner because we've been in discussions with Karen Bass for various other areas where I manage and own properties in LA, the core of LA, from Skid Row to MacArthur Park to Pico Union, Rampart, and we haven't had success. I spoke to her 2 days before the fires and begged her not to go to Ghana. But the fires impacted 90,000 people that work in Santa Monica that can't get here because of the congestion, the roadblocks. And the majority of people that work in Santa Monica, unfortunately, aren't from Santa Monica. It would be wonderful if they were, but they're not. We put it up also because the Palisades, the fire stops, were at certain positions to save Santa Monica, North Santa Monica. And a lot of homes burned right on the border of Santa Monica and Santa Monica Canyon, and they were saved. My parents' house, my rental house, my brothers, my sisters burned to the ground. And there were things that our mayor could have done, Karen Bass, to alleviate that and just keep up with things. A month before the fires, she commended our fire chief, told her what a great job she was doing. We spoke on Saturday as she was leaving on a plane for Ghana, and I told her there's going to be some serious winds. I was joking with her, and I said, I'm worried about the people that light up at night with meth and the ankle height fires and the people that are lighting up fires 5 feet, 6 feet just to stay warm. I said, if those get out of hand, we'll lose our commercial district in the Westlake MacArthur Park area. That's the core of LA. And she said, I'll be gone only for 2 days. I said, no, Mayor, you'll be gone for 5 days. You have a 24/7 job. But this has caused a lot of angst, and it's turned people's lives upside down. Most people in the Palisades aren't coming here to Santa Monica to live, but their kids, they're all over, from Westchester, the Marina, LA, Pasadena, San Diego, Irvine. They're not coming here to live. But their schools are here. And the children, a lot of children, especially those at the Sears site, are in danger. I pray for them. We pray for them every day. They're right across the street from a drug den of Sangha Park. They're right across the street from the pier, and the way to the pier is awful, with numerous stabbings in the last few weeks, few years. We have 8 overdoses a month. We have 8 calls to Sangha Park a day for police, and that's reported. We're not getting a lot unreported. So the unreported there's more unreported than there is reported. So everyone can say that crime's gone down. The homeless count has gone down. The homeless count hasn't gone down. The number of people this year was very low. I volunteered here. I volunteered in Echo Park and MacArthur Park. And the count started at 8 o'clock. The homeless don't really settle down until 12 or 1 o'clock. They get up at 4 o'clock when they hear the buses. So our count here starting at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock wasn't accurate. It'll be low. But this is an unusual picture because the taxpayers of LA, and many people that have businesses here live in LA, and many people that live in Santa Monica have businesses in LA, and they're paying taxes. These people, her family, are living in Getty House, the mayor's mansion. We didn't elect a mayor to bring her whole family to live in the house. We elected a mayor, not a family. Taxpayers shouldn't be footing that bill. And we're not getting the response. It's wonderful, the recovery's going forth, but the mayor hasn't responded to what caused the fires, what's the background, why did we have 1,500 fire hydrants not working, why were not one but two reservoirs empty, why did the DWP, her pick, and I'll say DEI pick because she was not qualified to head Department of Water and Power, why did she not cut off the water from the homes when there were no more homes for 3 days? Water was gushing down the streets, there were floods, and that caused a lack of water pressure. The fire department has told me that, and the out-of-town fire department, the hardworking firefighters from out of state and up north and even from Mexico who came, have told me that a lot of homes could have been saved, our downtown could have been saved in the Palisades if there had been more water pressure. It wasn't turned off for 3 days. The gas from stoves, from fireplaces, wasn't turned off. The winds continued, the homes were gone, but the flames from the furnaces were this high up, and the fires were spreading even 2 days later. So there are a lot of questions that need to be answered. She had defunded and moved about $14 to $20 million from the fire department to other areas in the government. And we want to know why. We just want a good accounting of what went right and what went wrong. The firm she picked to do it, the Haggerty Group, is definitely the wrong group. The head of the Haggerty Group is from Evanston, Illinois. His big issue was reparations, and the second big issue was when his firm was hired to handle and review what happened with the Sandy Hook hurricane in New York. 3 to 4 of his employees absconded with about $10 million and are in jail today. And that's the firm she wanted to oversee what's going on here in LA. So what happens in LA definitely affects Santa Monica. We can see it with Pali High. Pali High students, the school at Sears, we don't have enough police here in Santa Monica. Our downtown unit was 16, 17, 3 or 4 years ago. It's down to like 6 or 7 officers. And DTSM, Downtown Santa Monica, is funding ambassadors to patrol that area. Ambassadors that will call the police if there's a problem, are unarmed and ill-equipped to handle it. And guess who's paying for that? The property owners here in downtown, on the promenade, as far east as Lincoln. And we believe that Karen Bass, Santa Monica, and the LA Board of Education school board should be paying that from their funds, not the downtown owners who are suffering. Every tenant you see here is basically month to month. We have a beautiful mall. One of the developer and owner one of the largest mall owners in all of the United States. They walked away from a $390 million loan, and it's 70% vacant, and all sorts of bad things happen in there. The street lights in Santa Monica are out. When street lights are out, it's like downtown. Bad things happen. The high school, the temporary high school, hopefully they'll be back in September. But the high school is right across the street from one of the most dangerous metro stops in all 102 stations in LA. That's not too good. Even the landscape company that was on the corner of the Sears lot left. The reason they left? Criminal activity. Rapes, robbery, stabbings, and theft. So we definitely need help. And we put that here because it's affected the attitude of Santa Monica. And she could have done better. She had the opportunity to do better. And I'm just fortunate, I'm happy that the north part of our city here in Santa Monica was saved at the expense of the Palisades. There was a buffer put up, and fire trucks decided to patrol a certain area so it wouldn't cross Santa Monica Canyon, Rustic Canyon, and reach the homes here on Ocean Avenue in North Montana. But that's the reason. The sign, it's very strange. Her husband has his shirt tucked out. They're all living at Getty House, rent-free. Down the street, homeless shelter. The homeless shelter was burned. There was a fire. There are 8 homes on her block in Windsor Square at 6th and Irving. At Wilshire and Irving, a fire broke out. And the housing first is not working. What we really need to focus on is mental health and drug addiction. There's no use housing anyone until we can get them help with the drug addiction and mental health. And we have facilities for that. It's Santa Monica and LA should be focused on. We have the Rancho Los Amigos in Downey on Imperial Highway, which the mayor said we could get that in action in 3 days. Porta potties, tents, showers, food. It could be a shelter. We have the St. Vincent Medical Center at 3rd and Alvarado. That's a former hospital. Went out of business. That could help the mental health aspects of the homeless. It could help our drug and alcohol addicted, and it could serve as a shelter and even job placement. But we have nobody on the Santa Monica City Council looking at that. We have nobody from LA looking at that, except Tracy Park. She's been a big help. The people concerned in the city, the largest provider of grants and homeless service money, has told the city they've got 100 beds. They have less than that. They're getting paid for 100 or more. They have less than about 60. And half of those are filled every night. That's not good. There's waste. So we're going to make sure that every homeless service provider is audited outside of the people that are doing it now. They've been doing it for 15 years. And remember, same as LA, Santa Monica has an audit subcommittee for one reason. The LA County Grand Jury in 2014 called out Santa Monica as one of the most mismanaged cities in all of LA County. There are 88 cities in LA County. They insisted and strongly encouraged Santa Monica to put together an audit committee to see where the money's going. And every year, there's millions missing, unaccounted for. The ledgers don't even add up. They don't match the checkbooks. And it's kicked down the road. That committee only meets 4 times a year. So you can guess nothing happens. And when they come up with their final results, it's usually in November after the elections. So the city council people voting or running for office don't have to work with it or deal with it or answer to it. So this is a call to action, because when fires happen 12 months a year, climate is changing. We always have winds. We've had winds since the beginning of time, since before LA was founded, Santa Ana winds. And they're going to happen again. We're going to have more before the end of the year, probably before the end of summer. And Santa Monica, Brentwood, the beach, they're all at risk. So we need to do better than Karen Bass has done. And we believe she needs to resign. Just in the same way that our former city manager resigned, our former CEO of downtown Santa Monica for embezzling money and inability to account for the money that we were paying in for employees that they hired that had stolen money from other cities, and for the work that we've done in the recall of Mike Bonnet. It was so strong, we didn't make it, but it was so strong that he decided not to run. So that's what this sign's all about. And I'm just hoping that explains it to people. Anyone that has questions or wants to reach out, we're a group of about 5,000 people. We publish a daily Instagram page at Santa Monica Coalition, and we're busy every day on Twitter, the Santa Monica Coalition and John Alle, and Safe Cities. Through Safe Cities, Santa Monica Coalition is a project of Safe Cities. Safe Cities is working with cities up north, San Diego, and in Arizona, who are having the same problems. And sadly, Santa Monica is way behind Northern California. They're way behind San Jose, way behind San Francisco, and they're dealing with open use of drugs, the sale of drugs, the disregard for signs for park closures at night. Everything is going on here, and it's very dangerous. Sadly, per the city, 86% of residents in Santa Monica don't come downtown because they don't feel safe. Our tourism is down. We can't have that. We've got to improve that, because the sales tax for sales at this clothing store, at my other clothing store, at Adidas, the sales tax portion of that goes into our general fund. The general fund funds our police, our fire, and our paramedics. And that's the primary responsibility for the city council. Everything else is secondary. And in every single meeting, everything else is primary in terms of what's being discussed. We want that changed. And we're going to keep up our efforts. We're tireless. We'll keep it up. We put the barricade up, and then we decided to use it for public service.
Hopefully it creates some change. It's much needed.
It has. We were able to get our city manager to resign. Something the city council said couldn't be done,
right,
and one wanted to do it. We got it done.
That's great. That's great.
And we've outed our former mayor, Boone Davis, our health director, Barbara Ferrer, and our supervisor, Lindsay Horvath, who are for distribution of needles in our parks.
It's terrible.
Taking the parks away, taking the backyards of 79% or 73% of renters.
It's terrible.
So,
is this your only building, or you have other ones?
I have many others, and financing a couple in the area, and I believe in the area. I want it to come back.
I love the area. It needs to come back.
We'll make it come back. We'll help. We're team players.
Hopefully. Thanks for everything you do. Absolute pleasure meeting you.
Oh yeah, likewise.
Great
Good seeing you.
Have a wonderful
You
day and
keep
a great
well.
weekend. Pleasure
Thank
meeting
you.
you. Have a good one.